All right, welcome back from break, everybody. I hope everybody had time to get some snacks, comb their beards, sharpen their blades. I'm Manny86. I'm still your host. I am joined by Django Storm, who will be showing us this awesome indie game. But before we do that, I do have a couple donations. I'll reread the last one because I heard I had microphone issues. Maybe you didn't hear it. So, Escape Plan did donate $10 for the end of Lax's run that said GG's. And indeed, GG's, Lexus. And we also now have $40 from JP, or Yipe Opwe, or Yipe Oboy, as I like to say now. And it says, thanks for the marathon once again, Carter and gang. Keep up the good work until the end. And nice voice, man. That's a pun because during all his runs and marathons, when he's with Kodo Hunter, I usually say nice shirt JP or nice shirt Kodo. So thank you, JP. We like you. And yeah, I'm talking too much now. So Jangle, it's your turn to talk. Good luck.
All right, thank you, Manix, and yeah, hello, Pixels for people. Nice to be back here. It was a pleasure to do runs for this marathon, and GG's again to Lexus for that wonderful block of games just now. And yeah, we're here with this game. This is an indie platformer by Glovebox Games, released in 2021, called Beardblade. I'll have enough time to talk about it during the run. It's going to be pretty long, and we'll have enough time to cover all of the stuff that this game and this run has to offer. So yeah, let's just go into it, and time will start as soon as I select new file. Apologies. So it's going to be in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So yeah, you wonder Beardblade, what is it about? What's this Beardblade thing? We'll find out soon enough. First one on the boats, and this is Branson, guy with a very epic beard. He kind of looks like Gerard from The Completionist. Yeah, he's on this boat. He's this farmer who had his sheep stolen by these so-called smugglers, and they got onto this boat, and we just followed them. And yeah, so this is like the first level. It's a bit of well, we call it the tutorial stage. It doesn't really have an official name, but it kind of feels tutorial-like in the sense that you get used to the controls and some things that it has to offer, and also some things that, like the dropping down there, that we're not really using as often in the game. But yeah, also that and also an introduction to this character here. We start up here. This is Forbeau. We'll be seeing him a little bit. He's a bit of a mysterious figure. He's got a really nice mustache though. But as he explaining, he has got some magical powers, and we'll be seeing some benefit of that since this will affect our beard. So you can already start imagining where the name comes from, because your beard seemingly becomes sentient or shapeshifting, whatever. It can do things. And this level also shows how that works. You can just attack things. It takes the shape of a sword or a fist, or, you know, there's very little that you actually wind up doing with your hands because your beard is just that epic. But yeah, otherwise, this is a very classically styled platformer. You know, walk and jump, run and jump if you like, and there's quite a few inspirations from various other games, including the likes of Donkey Kong Country, but also some other things you'll see later. Here's a nice little sequence where I can get in right in front of that cannonball, so I can just make a quick cycle of that. And it brings us to this first mini boss fight of sorts, or encounter if you like. There's not a whole lot of battling to do. We just have to avoid these cannonballs. You see that light flashing red there, and have to get us in place and then run away at the right moment and have to be fired back by those springs that you see there. Easy enough. Yeah, apparently, do I have those beard powers in real life? I should try them. I don't know. I don't know my full powers yet, apparently. So yeah, this is a fight where I typically do single hits. You can do additional hits. You can sort of like mash and then attack over and over again pretty quickly, but yeah, with this boss, it's typically pretty tough because you can miss hits and you only have so much health. So yeah, you saw those sheep there. There's a bit more in terms of cutscenes. And those sheep get yeeted off a boat because one of the sheep actually carries an orb which it ate, and it started to glow and it yeeted all of the sheep onto this island here. This very colorful island. And we'll be spending pretty much the rest of the game here. So yeah, enjoy the scenery. This is a 16-bit inspired platformer, as you could possibly tell from the visuals. Very colorful and really gorgeous, I think. And so yeah, these levels, they have a funny little gimmick in the sense that there's two sides to them. So each level has a day and night cycle, AM and PM rather. And yeah, depending on where you are on the map, what time it is there, you play either one of those sides, and those are very distinct levels as well. So you can compare it to something like Wario Land 3, where you also have that same distinction there. But yeah, you see that more of that later. So this is one of the smugglers that we have to fight. So almost each level will end with this encounter here, where we try to defeat the smuggler as soon as possible, and then we rescue this sheep who is looking really smug. Rest assured, all of those sheep will be looking very smug.
That first level reminded me of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, like the beach-like area.
Yeah, that too. I can see that. Yeah, it's also pixel art style, really, really gorgeous, like I said. So as you see now, the palette has shifted, and now it's... oh, well, that one was strong. Let me do it again. But yeah, this is a vertical level mostly, just climbing up these palm trees. Also a thing I'll be doing somewhat throughout the game is I bounce on these enemies. I don't really defeat them like in Super Mario Bros, but you can sort of bounce on them and sometimes take advantage of them to reach certain platforms. And this is one of the earlier examples, I think. Just trying to hop across here. Sometimes you have to watch out for the hitboxes. Like, you tend to want to land on them, but you still tend to be close enough to the side that you still wind up taking damage somehow, so it's... There's that still, but not always. So in the beginning, I'm actually grabbing these coins. You wonder, why is that? Well, we will be buying some upgrades eventually, and we will need a certain amount of money for that. And it will do things. We'll get there in a couple of levels from now. First, we're here in the caverns.
See, you got some Cotton Yak fans in the chat already.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Mega Meow. Yeah, it's I've been running many games, of course, and yeah, that's one of my runs that people might know. But yeah, this cavern level here, there's some really cool patterns, also some gaps, so that makes it a little bit scary, but should be fine here. The thing is, you really have to watch out for those dropping boulders. You see this bit of visual info there as soon as something starts to emerge from that, from the ceiling there, and from the top of the screen. And of course, you want to avoid that because if you get hit whilst you're standing on the dropping platform like that, they'll be knocked back, and you might drop into a gap. Cannot recommend that. So, So this is where there's a bit of variation upon what you saw with the smugglers earlier. In this case, they're hiding behind these barrels. You have to sort of guess which barrel. It's random, but it is possible to do it in one cycle. It's pretty tight though, because you have to go there like right away and then get the right setup in terms of attacking. And what usually happens is I wind up doing a second round of that. So it's like a second cycle. There we go. These animations are so cool. Just also how he's just pushing that block with his beard. He has a very strong beard. Let's see. Oh. there's all kinds of small movement optimizations that you can do here and there. Try to get lower ceiling bunks and such. I do try to set up for it at least. If not, then no issue, of course, but it's a nice little save. Over here. So this is where I take a little bit of a damage boost. So you started with 3 health, which should be exactly enough for this part. So I can take another bit of damage here, and I have enough iframes to get through here. And this time, same thing, except the bushes are replaced by barrels, so... or the barrels are replaced by bushes, so just have to wait and see what happens there. There's tin in the barrel.
Like tinui? In the barrel?
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna skip this building for now. We're gonna go there later. You'll see soon enough what it is. So first, this is a level where we're gonna be grinding for money. We're gonna do it right here. But first, we're gonna grab this item here. This clam beard, which now means we can do even more stuff with a beard. Namely, we can grab these bars and pull ourselves up. And this will be used quite frequently throughout the game from now on. And yeah, we'll be doing a bit of a grind here, since we will need to get 2400 money or coins before we continue on, because we want to have 2500 by the end of this level, and that money we're going to use to buy 2 upgrades. So yeah, we're going to be here for a little bit. Thankfully, the devs eventually made it so that the spots was made accessible over and over again, and you can grab these coins. So you can get 80 per round, so to say. And this is the only door that you can re-enter, because normally doors close as you go through them, but this is the only room that you can re-enter, really. So that's pretty speedrun friendly in that sense. You have to imagine that in the beginning, when the speedrun is first being routed, this took like 9 minutes, thereabouts, so I've heard. And now it's brought back to a little under 2 minutes. So that's, I would say, significantly better. But yeah, also do that, Manix. Now is a good time for some donations, or if you have any other info, now's a good chance.
We do not have any current donations, but we should. So everybody should press that !D command and donate, and you could win prizes. So for example, if you donate at least $5 during the whole marathon, if you haven't already, you can get the Turtles collection, the Cowabunga collection. If you donate at least $10 cumulative, you get the Castlevania Bunga collection, which is Castlevania Anniversary Collection and the Advanced Collection. And if you donate at least $20, it's Cowabunga. It was Dr. Wily all along. Pack. You get Mega Man Legacy Collection, Legacy Collection 2, X Legacy Collection, X Legacy Collection 2, the Mega Man 0 and ZX Legacy Collection, and Mega Man 11. I mean, $20 for Mega Man 11 already is worth that pack, so everything else is just gravy. And I see you're already on the run there, so I wasn't talking fast enough, so back to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the Cowabunga collection sounds pretty awesome, not gonna lie. But yeah, we just did some grinding here. We got to 2400. As soon as we get over 2400, we should be good to go, because we do grab the rest of the coins kind of along the way, really, so you have to avoid a projectile. This is a bit of a minecart section, so I was mentioning Donkey Kong Country 2, that's been the main source of inspiration, and Donkey Kong has its own fair share of minecarts, although this is a bit of a different take, I guess, but it's pretty chill, apart from the fact that, you know, you have to make sure not to fall down. Avoid these spikes also. You see a couple of other things that you can grab as well, which we're not doing for an 80% run, like that cartridge you saw there, and there's this chest containing this music track. There's a couple of collectibles that you can get, also that coin, where if you want to go for 100%, you wind up grabbing stuff like that. Also additional upgrades as well. I'll tell you, at some point they become really expensive, so we're just glad that for 80% we only have to get these two. They're not as expensive, thankfully. So yeah, let's check this place out. Turns out it's a barbershop, and it's run by, guess what, Forbeau, who's a man of many faces apparently. Also runs this barbershop. You can get upgrades here. And we're gonna pay a brief visit in order to get 2 items specifically, which we have exactly enough money for. So first off, we buy the brown vitamin. Lastly, we buy this rolling beard wash. That's a funny name. What does it mean? Well, you'll see. So the one makes us stronger, makes us a little bit stronger, and the other one makes us roll. And as you would guess, this will be utilized a lot throughout the rest of the run. So this really opens up things quite a bit. But before that happens, we have this little intermission here. Entering this lighthouse because we have another boss fight coming up with Barnacle Hook Barley, who's holding this girl captive, Mona, and we have to rescue her. So this is a really scripted fight. So it starts off with grabbing these 3 bells before you get this bomb. So if you don't mess anything up here, it will always play out the same way. So even down to the bombs, really, the ones that you can grab, because some of them will have spikes, but that part is scripted basically. The main thing is to make sure that you don't miss any grabs here. So that's the thing. Sometimes you wind up jumping for them and you may miss them if you're not careful enough. But otherwise, this should be fine. I almost jinxed that. But there we go. Okay, so now for this part, we have these chains right here. As you can see, they're pretty big. We don't really have to worry about them. Let's see. Except this one goes diagonally. For this part, you have to sort of guess where they're going. But if you're standing in the same position, they'll always go the exact same way. So in this case, I'm docking here, and it will always go or horizontally like that. Okay, I'm saying that now, but at least, regardless, it's easy enough to respond to. So yeah, that was a little bit of that, and yeah, that's the end of the boss fight. And how better to end this than with this beard yeet? And there he goes. Finishing it off in style there. Oh yeah, also be sure to hydrate. Very good one. Right, so yeah, we saved Mora. Mora, turns out, lives on this island, and we talk some, and supposedly Mora found this orb thingy, and Forbeau also popping up, saying, oh, you should probably keep that safe, because he wants to do that, and ultimately they just give it to Branson instead, and there's quite a bit of lore there, but that's the main gist of it, really. So I'm just skimming through this. It's actually possible to do these jumps in between the dialogue, although you cannot jump sideways for some reason. But anyway, warp. The first of a couple of them that we'll be collecting, as you see there. That concludes that part. We're heading into the forest. And
I'm getting a Super Mario World vibe.
Yeah, there's all kinds of callbacks to various other games, really. If you like 16-bit era games, you'll definitely find a lot to enjoy here, I think. Also with some things that I haven't given away yet. I'll let you find it out for yourself, but there's a lot there, believe me.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of Kirby, who knows?
I'm keeping my lips sealed. First off, we have this clairvoyant who is supposed to chase us right here, but we can just roll away and just do this, so that's pretty cool. So we have no issue whatsoever, and got some birds here. The main thing we want to do here is we want to make it across the screen in time so we can make a certain hop over a certain object, and we should be good there. Like, if you set it up quickly enough, you can do this. And otherwise you have to wait a little bit, but typically you should have enough time that you can make that. But otherwise it's too high for you to reach. And so it ends with another smuggling fight, and yeah, so we got this Brawn Vitamin, which makes us stronger and also makes for this to be easier to one cycle. So even the smuggling fights will be faster from now on. Okay, if anyone in chat likes balloons, this is your level, because there will be a lot of balloons. And they're random too. If you like random balloons, this is especially a favorite level. It can be tricky though, because well, you have to travel across all these gaps, and all these balloon appearances will be very random, so a lot of fun to be had. And it can be very easy to screw us up. And of course you want to sometimes go for somewhat trickier strats as such, hopping on multiple balloons like that. That was pretty good. But yeah, this is also one of those levels that's really nice if you can do them deathless, because it's easy to die here, let me tell you that. Rockman and Forte level. Wait, did Rockman and Forte have balloons?
In the Tengu Man stage, I think. I'm not gonna put me in my place soon.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think I remember balloons. Now that you mention it, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Nice balloon intermission there.
Oh yeah, it was proven right.
Back into the nighttime forest here. Got some more spooters. And this is also notably a level that really uses another aspect of our jump rolling in this case, namely the roll cancel. So you could do that stuff like platforms over here. You can hold up, and if you do that whilst midair and whilst you're rolling, you can cancel your roll. And that way you can set up for certain precise platform drops as such. We're going to be doing this a couple of times, also coming up here, hopefully. Because this is a little sequence break. Let's see. And nice, there we go. That's a tougher one, I would say. It's also nice to get that first try. It does save a little bit, otherwise you have to go another path, but yeah, that's a combination of gaining the right height and cancelling out at exactly the right moment, so there's quite a bit at stake there, but with some practice you can get that. Okay, and we're almost out of the forest, so yeah, this forest chase, it's something of a boss fight. Not really attacking though, but they'll be offering up a nice little twist of sorts here. Because we have these forest defenders here. We're trying to go after me, and I have to avoid every single one of them, or at least their attacks. Thankfully, it's not too difficult in general. Just knowing what they're doing attack-wise. Like this one does like a horizontal attack at the end. Oh yeah, spot the reference, by the way. For those who've played The Lion King, may slightly remember this, especially with the view. There's not really a stampede though, but otherwise, yeah, you got a similar view. You have to jump over certain objects. That's the main thing, really.
Yeah,
None of this. It's not one of those references. This part is mostly timing based. You have to avoid that attack 7 times and kind of run back and forth in order to keep her in the same place. So that way it's pretty quick work. So now I'm actually being chased. They're throwing this boomerang and I just have to jump over it a couple of times. There's no other variation otherwise, so in that sense it's still not too difficult either, but
the Genesis Mickey Mouse game also reminds me of a section like that.
Yeah.
Like the front one. Can't remember which one though. There's a couple Genesis Mickey Mouse games.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Yeah, also Master System. Like I did play the Castle Evolution, I think. They're good games. I need to play some more of them. But yeah, that was that. We have another orb.
Mm.
Brings us into this shipyard here. And yeah, for this shipyard, we'll be playing the nighttime sequences for the most part, so get ready to see a lot of that. There's a cool thing at the end here, a tiny sequence break. It was found by one of the runners, Birdman, and that one saves like 10 seconds or so, compared to how you would normally do it. But first we're going to do this massive climb here. Doing all of the stuff right now. And we're going to set up for a tiny damage boost here, and that will allow us to get up here. And that way we can make it to the exit right away. But normally you'd have to do some other platforming there, but of course this is faster. So, that was nice. The best bearded guy playing Beardblade.
Fun fact, did you know that hydration for beards is also possible? So you should hydrate your beard during this run.
True, true. I should do it more often maybe, but... Anyway, so we're skipping this part. You could just exit to the map and then play the other side instead. Because the AM side of this level is way longer, and we do actually skip like... I'm not sure why I was bouncing there. But yeah, you skip stuff like auto-scrollers, which is really handy. And yeah, these sides are way faster than what you would normally do. Nice little underwater level, these guys. They're called Custodian, don't hurt you. This is a little shortcut. That wasn't initially known, but at some point the devs told the runners, I think, who were running it at the time, that that was possible and you could just go there. And no one supposedly had found out about it prior to that moment, so it is used nowadays. But when we get to this part, you have these sea creatures and lots of smashing crates here, and another secret opening here, because why not have more than one secret opening? Okay. That was just gonna play a little bit safer here. Anyway, did you know you can also roll with this this beard tag? You could just hop on water. It's so cool. Sadly, this is the only place it's being done though, but at least you get to see it once. Another sheep, still looking extremely smug. As if they're like doing just fine. Okay, for the next swap though, we're going to the barbershop because it is actually faster that way. Because normally, if you would enter a level, you would still have to wait for the title card to fully show, and then you can go into the menu and cancel it. But going into the barbershop, of course, you can speed this up a little bit and make it a little bit faster. So this shipwreck level is really cool. I'm just gonna wait here. Could mess some things up. It's fine. Yeah, a lot of cannonball cycles that you have to deal with. Lots of platforming that you could do as well, especially with the rolling jumps. It's a fun level to do in general, I think. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. And okay, I just played it a little bit safer. I barely grabbed the tail end of that chain there. Okay. This is where I wait a little bit, because that's a lot of cannonballs. There we go. And that's the end of that level. It's funny, initially I didn't even used to do it that way, but like I had already been running it, and at some point I was rewatching the world record run by Junkyard Dave, and then I saw that was possible. It's like, oh yeah, of course, that makes sense, since you know, your attack is stronger and all that, so. Okay, another one in the nighttime. This level is tough. This is definitely a potential run killer because of all the risks involved. Can be real satisfying if it goes well. But yeah, there's some tough cycles to get. I almost goofed it up. keep in mind, if you would get hit by that, that would result in stuff happening. Some things I'm probably not going to go for right now, but that's fine. I'm just going to do this instead. small jump here, and there we go. Oh, I just have to wait a little bit. Ooh. Okay. I would say the checkpoints are always nice to get to. They can be such a relief. This, and this, almost there. There we go. Last part is always nice to set up like that. Skip some of the chain climbing. But yeah, this is definitely one of the tougher levels in the game. Also, again, gaps. Gaps are a speedrun's best friend, right? So... yeah, the retro rain is a nice touch indeed.
Are they all gold, or can you get different stuff?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I noticed you don't pick up any chests or practically none. Are they all gold, basically?
The chests, they're all... there's like a collectibles that you can get, so we don't really need those for the speedrun. Like, the only coins that I really needed were in the beginning, because we needed those upgrades, but otherwise we don't really need them. So,
okay.
That's the only bit of upgrading we have to do, which is nice. So yeah, this next boss fight, this is thin. We have to throw these rocks at them. So this floor collapsed, and we have these things dropping. There's some RNG into how far away they drop or nearby. This is actually really good RNG, because there were really nearby drops. So this is a boss with a couple of cycles here. I'm just gonna see if I can do this fast enough. That's also the benefit of grabbing the Bronze Vitamin. You can one-cycle this, as opposed to normally. It didn't always used to be done, I believe, but it does make it a lot easier. Now we have tentacles, always fun. This last one's a bit tricky, but there we go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm always glad when this fight actually works out that way, because lava is insta-kill, and there's quite a bit of it, and especially if you die at the very end of the boss fight, you will lose like a minute basically, so yeah, it's better to stay alive. Alright. Fun stuff there. Now we're heading into spookier territory. I mean, it's October, right? So Halloween month. Fitting. We're heading into Michi's Manor. Who's Michi? We're about to find out. Because it turns out Michi has this theater. And
Michi Mouse?
Yeah, Michi Mouse, well... almost. Michi the Magnificent in this case. And yeah, this is like a performance of sorts. Part of the performance apparently is the kids being kidnapped, so I have to rescue them. Alongside the sheep. But that's not the only thing. I'm also gonna lose 1 heart, so I will do the next few levels on 2 HP, which is fun. You can make it safer for yourself by grabbing an extra heart after, say, like one of the boss fights, but I'll follow up for this, really. But yeah, it's a nice little extra safety. But that's it. Let's see how this goes. First we're gonna go here. Gonna hit the road or something in this greenhouse. This is also a potentially tough level with some really cool stuff that you can do. Of course, well, there's also a really cool soundtrack. But yeah, as you can see, you're eventually running out of oxygen, so normally you'd have to play this fast enough, but for the speedrun that's not as much of an issue. Instead, we have various platform cycles that we hope to get. And oh, that one was holy cow! That blood though. that tends to respond in ways. Let me tell you that. I'm on 1 health, no big deal. I'm actually gonna grab this. Yeah, normally I would try for some trickier things like just jumps over those 2 enemy thingies there. I'm not sure what you would call them. They all have names. I actually forgot the name for those couple, but you can jump over them technically if you do a well-timed jump. It's a really small window though, but... Let's see. Yeah, also, if you roll to enemies, you get knocked back pretty quickly, so you have to watch out for that. So the rollback is pretty fierce. Okay, we did that deathless though, so that's good. So here's a fun thing. We don't actually have to do this animation thing at the end. We could just do this and skip it altogether. So we save the kid, but not the sheep, technically. Okay, now for some really meta stuff here. A video game within a video game. They went all the way with this one. It's a fun little thing. Would be nice if they would develop this into its own game. I mean, I think it would work. Nice little short game. Okay, this room, I'm gonna try for something here. Didn't quite make that. So, normally when I get to this vertical room, I actually try to set up for a certain cycle where I can potentially get a really tight trick here where I make this platform jump barely. But I really have to make sure not to mess anything up. You can see how it goes in the world record, but you can save a little bit of time when the platform heads right to left. But I've gotten it a couple of times in during like attempts, but never like in actual runs. But it's also worth trying to go for it. Yeah, and also Party Blob and all that. Yeah, there we go. Another kid saved. So the game only checks up until a certain point if the level has been beaten. So that means in this case you can already continue on after you get there. So it's already considered beaten at that point. Like, you don't have to play the animation for it. Okay, this is definitely a heck of a level. Because this is a level that's applying the principle of red sign, green sign. So if you see that character holding up a green sign, you can keep going, which you want to see. However, if we get a red sign, we have to wait. So in this case, we have to wait. We can, however, crouch and duck, but of course you won't get very far with that. Yeah, it's RNG. It's literally 50-50. You either get the one or the other. You just hope to, get green as much as possible, and you also hope to not fall into spikes because they're insta-kill. It's a fun little thing that they added there. Oh, that was actually good. I kind of want to take advantage of that if I can. Okay, that was a really good level, actually. I've had some deaths here in the past, so yeah, just getting through this level without dying, either from those pits or spikes or because of walking whilst I shouldn't, that sort of stuff. It's always nice to get through it like that, so. Right, now we're back here. We're re-entering the manor because there's one final act right here. And guess what? It's going to be a boss fight. And yeah, it will be this. This is Brannikin, who kind of looks like us, except in puppet form. So this is also a bit of an RNG fest, because you want to get certain patterns so you can attack more often. There's especially one pattern that I would like to see, which is this one actually. That one is great, because you can do 4 hits at least whilst you're attacking and before those balls drop down next to you, because they drop from left to right. But all the other attacks that Brannikin does, you can do way fewer hits, so it's still a bit of an RNG thing, and it would potentially take longer, but this was actually really good, so. And also, since I'm on 2 health, it's still pretty easy to die, so you have to kind of watch out for what you're surrounded with anyway. Sometimes you have these bowling pins, so you have to kind of get away from them. All kinds of fun stuff to be had there. Yeah, we saved all the kids, and guess what? One of them had an orb, so yay, more orb. We're getting there. And that opens up the path to Smuggling Industries, and we're going to do one final swap. in the game at least. This is one of the last few levels where you wind up having specific level sites, because after that, it doesn't really matter if it's AM or PM, you will basically get the same level, but yeah, there's still a little bit more here. This is like the last level where we actively change that. It's a bit of a... Yeah, it's a level with a heavy emphasis on water currents, so you have to basically follow certain currents in order to make progress. If you try to collect all the items, you have to take quite a few more detours, so you have to navigate quite a bit more, which is a nice little challenge. And it's easy enough to make mistakes and then accidentally take a different stream altogether. But yeah, at least for this, it's pretty clear. So yeah, this is one of the very few smuggling encounters where you don't see a platform really, so I wound up approaching this somewhat differently. Of course, I tried to take out these smugglings before they start hopping all across the screen, and I cannot keep up with them because they're so fast. Now we got these cones, and unsurprisingly, some of them are seemingly sentient because there's these guys hidden in there. Very sneaky. Can also be fun if you are trying to roll and then you roll into them, and it will result in knockback of sorts. Also, you have these forklifts, and this level really revolves around this mechanic, really. We have to make sure that we make it onto certain higher platforms that way, so we're just doing that. And then we go this route. Lava, this is lava, this will hurt you, so try not to get hit by the lava. Also up there is some electricity. I somehow forgot about that, but I had a run earlier where I would accidentally get hit by that, and it's also pretty deadly. Oh, actually I need to go here. I was also getting that I had to go to the left side because it launches you higher, and you need to go to the smuggling room, of course. Alright, and that was a very brief visit to Smuggling Industries. There's only like a couple of levels here because it's a bit of a lead up to the true last few stages. Because we're reaching, or about to reach Orso's fortress. Now I say Orso, of course, Orso is a type of cheese, and there's quite a few food references in this game as it turns out. So yeah. Orso, that's what it ends with. In the beginning here, I'm trying to stay above water because below there it's a way slower route, so I'm just trying to do that. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that. So these last few stages can be a little bit challenging. I mean, it's at the end of the game, so no surprise there. And here and there I try to take it a little bit slower. However, with these dropping spike balls, they only really hit you if they're hitting the ground. The moment surrounding it, you don't have to worry about them at all. It's just a matter of anticipating that really, and you should be fine then. So there we go. So take a little bit safer because I don't know, last time I tried to roll there, it didn't end very well. You know, eating inputs and such. You don't want that. Okay, go here. This part can always be a thing. Or sometimes. Okay. One more regular level to go. We're really closing in on the end. So this level has some really cool things, but it can also be pretty challenging. But we'll see how it goes. So first off, we have 3 doors we can choose from. I typically choose this door because there's another door that might technically be faster, but this is what typically has been chosen, and it's still a really fast route, so yeah, for that reason, we go for that, really. I just missed out. Ooh, boy. I tried to settle for something quicker there, but doing that with controls was a bit tough. Oh well. Let's try it again. It does take you back a few screens, though. But that's fine. So, let's see. I'm really starting to pull myself up. I don't really need to get in that far ahead, but there we go. I just barely missed that just now. You have to kind of work around these cannonballs, which you can barely do. Even these. I could just jump up here and then pull myself up before they start to hit the left wall, the right wall. And here is another thing that the devs kind of put in, because normally this is a really slow auto-scroller section. This speeds it up considerably, and it's not without its risks though, because you still have to avoid these cannonballs, but yeah, it is faster for sure. And I'm just glad that I made it through there at least, because that can lead to several retries. Let me tell you that. Okay, so here's one more part where we go vertically and then go here. And getting in right in front of this here. Nice. Okay, that was good. We had one death earlier, but otherwise this is a pretty good stage so far. Now we have this boss fight though. This is Orzo, Supreme Smuglin, who is holding this sheep, who actually has been eating that orb in the beginning. So it all comes full circle in a way, and well, the sheep is being escorted away, so well, we might see that sheep later? I don't know. First, you have a boss fight consisting of 3 phases. The first and third phase are similar, so we have to mostly avoid attacks really, and then get some attacks in ourselves. The second phase, I can tell you, is a little bit different, and also potentially more RNG heavy, and I just hope to not die there, because I've had stuff happen in the past. Let me tell you that. Okay, so that was the first part. Now for the next part, there's going to be some ricocheting, in a sense, because we have all this stuff flying around, and we're basically trying to throw them at Orzo, who is very good at sending them back, as it turns out. So you can thankfully send them back, though, but yeah. One of them has to hit at some point, right? Let's not overplay our hand too much. But yeah, there's some randomness to that, because they don't always hit like directly, so I'm just hoping that it works out. There's a thing that used to be the way in the beginning when I first did speedruns of this, because you actually could use your clam beard in order to do damage, and it would be like a very reliable quick kill. But they patched it out, sadly, so we've been nice that was still possible, but yeah. You get some, you lose some, and that was one of the things that eventually took away, but anyway. And of course this final phase is basically the quicker version of what you saw in phase 1, so bit of a repeat there, but a little bit more challenging. Oh hey, it's Forbo again. We see the guy like everywhere. There's something about that guy. I have no idea what's coming up with that, but we'll see. So, time for one more level. So there's gonna be a final encounter of sorts. What does it look like though? Here, this fortress tower. Okay.
I was like, what if the messenger from the shopkeeper took his hoodie off, became the barber shopkeeper?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, if he's wearing a hoodie, you know something is up. In this case, yeah, he wanted those orbs for himself, of course, because he wanted to turn to this evil next form. So he was the bad guy after all. Oh no, I've been fooled. And I'm the last missing piece, apparently. So this is a fight where we jump on those fists and hit his head. It's kind of like a classic DK style in that sense. And yeah, so time's going to be as soon as I do the last hit. So let's see how this goes with Brazar. This is actually the most ideal attack pattern because you can do the most hits. The animation is pretty long, but the payoff is pretty grand, so... Of course, I'm getting some other patterns here as well. Just hoping to make it on there soon enough, so let's see how it goes. I want this. And that's time.
GG.
Thank you.
You beat Luigi.
I beat Luigi. Wow. we saved all the sheep, and we talk a little bit for about to be quite a creep. But anyway, we saved the sheep. We can go back to our farm. So we did that. Thanks for the GGs, everyone. So you want to know something funny? This is actually a PB.
4850 is a PB?
Yeah, my current PB is like a 48 5X or something, so it's like a PB by 40 seconds or something almost.
Well, GG.
I've never had a marathon PB before, but this is the first one.
There you go. And it'll be the last one because we're putting it in the records book.
Yeah. The current world record is actually a 4740, like I said, by Junkyard Dave, so it's getting closer now. So
really good run. I can tell you're smiling in your...
I had that one death in the Orsa's Fortress, but otherwise it went incredibly well, so I'm super happy with that run, honestly. So
now you just want that PB pace without the death, and then you get to 47.
That would have been... I mean, that may very well have happened back then, yeah. Well, but maybe in the future, though. Maybe in the... Because I want to still get a deathless run at this at some point, but this was pretty close.
So humor me, Django. What are some of the other games now that the game is that were sort of shout out? I guess you had a few in mind that you didn't disclose.
Shoutouts, you mean?
No, like hidden games that were shouted in the game, like references.
Oh, well,
like we saw the Lion King, for example.
Yeah, Lion King, Wario Land 3, I would say, with day-night cycles. DKC2 in general, I guess, with the settings and the rolling and whatnot. I mean, you could probably spot quite a few references in there in a way, but yeah, it's a
Hercules, maybe the boss that looks like you, the puppet, that looks like Hercules.
Wait, which one?
Like the boss, that looks like you but is a puppet.
Yeah,
kind of has the Hercules colors.
Yeah, in a way. I don't know. There could be all kinds of inspirations, really. But yeah, this is a love letter to all kinds of 16-bit era platformers. So yeah, if you like those, be sure to check this game out. It's a fun little game, and yeah, also speedrun is fun too. If you want to learn that, be sure to hit any of us up. We have a Discord as well. You can find the speedrun.com page on speedrun.com/beard_blade. There's a link to that. So be sure to hit any of us up if you'd like to learn this. And yeah, what can I say? I'm glad this run went so well, and hope you all enjoyed what you saw. And I do various other speedruns over on my channel. So if you like retro speedruns, some indie platformer speedrun stuff as well, feel free to check me out on twitch.tv/JangleStorm. And yeah, thanks to Pixels for People for letting me play this game. I had a blast once again. Thanks to the Beerback community, Junkyard Dave, Bird Barn, Cat Kunoichi, Birdman. Not sure if I forgot anyone else, but well, the Beerback community basically. And yeah, still some runs to go in this marathon. Be sure to keep donating for Child's Play, and enjoy the rest of this day. It's been a lot of fun watching so far, so hope you enjoy the rest. And I'm signing off here, so thanks once again. I'll see you. Take care.
I wish I could host after that, but I can't. That was so good. Let's just take a break, and we'll be right back with some Alphagato. I have no idea what I'm getting into again. See you soon.